y'all, it's me, Elaha. Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. And in today's video, I'm gonna be doing something very special to me. I'm gonna be ranking the characters of my favorite show, Black Lightning. Because if you haven't noticed, I have mentioned Black Lightning quite a few times on this channel. So I was thinking, okay, let me give it its dedicated video before the season finale this upcoming Monday. So I created a tier list for the characters. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. I've organized the characters into 5 categories. The top is Superhero Superior, which is for the best characters on the show and my favorite characters. The second tier is called Freelance Finest, where basically these characters are important to the show. They're not necessarily my favorites, but they're very important to the show. Then the third tier is Good Like Green Light, where basically I don't hate the characters, they're just meh. They're there. I like seeing their face, but they don't really do anything for me. Then the second to last tier, that's where these people done messed up. It is called Light That Arse Up, which basically means I don't like you. I hope you get shocked. And then the bottom tier is I saved the worst characters for last, and I call that the Burnt Marshmallow tier. So without further ado, let's get into ranking these characters, shall we? So the first character we have on this list is Will. Will is automatically going in the Light That Arse Up category because when the show first started, Jennifer snuck out to go to Club 100, and here she's having a good time, and Will comes. Then Will tries to force himself up on her, and when Jennifer politely says, I'm not doing that nonsense with you, and he doesn't like that, Jennifer rightly kicks him in the balls, as he should, and he gets mad about that. So what does he do? He comes to her high school and kidnaps her and her sister at gunpoint because of his cousin Lala. But I will say, thanks to him and Lala and this other irrelevant character I'm gonna get into next, they're the reason why Black Lightning came back. So I'm gonna give him some kind of credit. But yeah, he did all that nonsense just to get killed by his cousin an episode later. Foolishness. And speaking of the second irrelevant character, because as a note, after the episode Will is killed, him and this next character appear as ghosts, and this character's name is LaWanda. This foolish woman, well, basically, she was trying to locate her daughter that had went missing, and so she realized that Black Lightning had came back for Jefferson Pierce's daughters. Why hasn't Black Lightning come back for anybody else's daughter? So everybody is telling her, oh, leave the Seahorse Motel alone, it's dangerous. That's where Jennifer and Anissa got kidnapped. No, LaWanda's foolish self decides to videotape them, and she gets killed by Lala too, and eventually comes back as a ghost. Very foolish. So LaWanda, she's kind of meh, but she's not going in green light. She is going on Light That Arse Up. Next character, Lala. Lala is automatically going in that Light That Arse Up. He has caused the characters so much freaking trauma, but even after that trauma he's caused the main characters, the main villain keeps killing him, and he keeps coming back to life. So I admire him for having that determination, but you would think after being reborn that he'd change his ways, right? Nope. Same old desperate piece of crap. So yeah, but Lala's definitely going in that Light That Arse Up category. The next character I have is Lady Eve. Lady Eve is a very, very evil woman. That's how I can basically put it. She is the head of the Shadow Board, and she likes to experiment on dead bodies. And so eventually she is killed in the middle of season 1, and I felt no ways about it. Just side note, if you do watch the show, season 1 episode 7, it is a bloody one. But Lady Eve is definitely going in that that arse up category because woman is twisted. Next character I have here is Kara Fowdy, the vice principal of Garfield High School. Now, I actually liked her in the beginning because she was looking out for the students at Garfield, especially Jefferson's youngest daughter, Jennifer. So I was thinking, okay, she's good, all willy-nilly, until I find out that she has been working with the ASA as some sort of spy. And so they had the suspicions that Jefferson Pierce is Black Lightning. So she ends up planting this dangerous drug that gives people powers called green light, which is why good like green light, people get addicted and it gives them superhero powers. So she plants it in Jefferson's car to basically be like, oh, he's Black Lightning because he takes this green light, and gets Jefferson arrested. Oh. Talk about stupid. So Gambi and Anissa have to come up with a plan to prove that Jefferson isn't Black Lightning so that he can be released from prison. Then all of a sudden, she wants to be like, oh no, I rejected. I'm sorry, I was wrong. Well, it's too late now, boo. So in season 2, she's trying to figure out what is in the ASA briefcase, and she has a showdown with Cyanide. And I was thinking, okay, Cyanide would win, but no, she is a good fighter. But in revenge for killing Cyanide, she is harpooned by the show's main villain, Tobias, and eventually dies of loss of blood. But Kara, if it wasn't for her betrayer, I'd put her in good like green light, but she's going in that arse up category. Next character is Deputy K-Man. This was the stupid, foolish idiot that had set up a plan with Kara to frame Jefferson for using green light. And thank you, Henderson was not with that crap. He exposed him and he lost his job at the Freeland Police Department. Woo-hoo, you go, Henderson. But definitely for that, he's bringing that arse up category. Next character, we have Joey Toledo. Now, Joey Toledo was Tobias's right-hand man. Anytime he needed somebody to do the dirty work, he was there. All he did was basically terrorize people. Nothing really likable about him, but he is eventually killed by Gambi in the middle of season 1 to make Tobias fall in line, and I felt no ways. I was like, okay, but the least he could have done was close his eyes. I don't like when somebody's killed and then they die with their eyes open. Ugh, it's just creepy. But definitely going in that arse up category. And speaking of henchmen and right hand people, next character is Cyanide. Cyanide is going in the arse up category because all she really did was she shot more bullets out of a gun and then actually spoke lines. He was there to shoot, and she is the main reason why Khalil is paralyzed. And then she tried to hurt my girl Anissa. Like, she is she has bullets for brains. That's what I can basically describe it. She has bullets for brains. She don't talk. She just shoots, and it's very unlikable. So definitely going in that arse up category. Speaking of characters that don't make my blood boil, the next character we have is Keisha. Keisha is Jennifer's best friend in season 1, and she's pretty cool. She's a nice party girl. She's there looking out for her friend, is always trying to have a good time with her friend, and actually she is the reason of how Jennifer's powers activated. So if it wasn't for her foolishness when she was running for president of student council, Jennifer would have never activated her powers. She would have just been a normal girl, a girl in Freeland who didn't know her dad was Black Lightning. But what we come to find out is she doesn't really accept metas, and so her disappearance is kind of abrupt, and she's mentioned in season 2, but past the first episode she's never heard of again. But I like Keisha. We're gonna put her in the good like green light category. Next character we have is 2-Bits. 2-Bits was basically trying to get himself clean after a long time of dealing, and so he helps fight against the resistance in season 3 of Black Lightning. So he's a pretty chill guy. I like 2-Bits. Not much critiques to say about him. He's gonna go in the good light green light category. Next character we have is Nichelle Payne. Nichelle Payne is the mother of Khalil Payne, and basically she makes decisions that are going to benefit her only son that's alive, Khalil, because she did have another son, Keenan, but he got shot and killed. So she did, and once Khalil got shot, she was willing to do anything to make sure that Khalil could rock again. Even though she didn't willingly trust Tobias and Cyanide, of course, like, who would want to trust that creepy looking man? She wanted her son to walk again, so she let him take that opportunity. And it's just sad the last time we get to see Nichelle, but Nichelle is definitely going in that good light green light category. Next character is, we got the Freeland version of Donald Trump, the main season 1 villain, Martin Longer. All I can say is a disgrace, a waste of sperm, waste of screen time. And basically him, Cayman, and Fowdy go hand in hand because they were all plotting against the Pierces. And once they got caught, all of a sudden, here he wants to come around with your people, the welfare, the stereotypes, and talking about making Freeland great again. Excuse me?
Wow, racism.
Then when he got killed and when Jennifer electrocuted him, I felt no ways. So he's gonna be the first to go in that burnt marshmallow category. Screw you. Next category. Next character, we have Reverend Holt. Reverend Holt, I mean, he's a pretty cool dude. You would think he's not important until the fact that he literally gets shot for a clinic that Tobias is using for his evil plans. He is a reverend as well as an activist, and he is there to protect the people of Freeland as well as pray for them. So you can't go wrong with that. And even after he got shot, he made sure to keep an extra round of protection. I don't blame him. So he's definitely going in the good light, green light category. The next character we have is the sweet child Tavon. I don't have much to say about Tavon except he was gone way too soon. He was a bright light, super hilarious. And really, when it came to the seeds of Jeff being in the classroom, he was the star. That's all I can say. Tavon was such like a sweet kid, so Tavon is definitely going in the good light, green light category. Next character we have is another character that was gone too soon, Tori Whale, the younger sister of Tobias. I mean, even though she was plotting against one of the most evil humans, sad to call him a human, Tobias in the show. I like Tori. She was sweet. She was always there to protect her brother, and She died due to her brother's carelessness, which is very sad. But I enjoyed seeing her in like the short time she was there, so Tori's definitely going in the good light, green light category. Next character, we are moving on to season 2. Those were the main season 1 side characters, and then the next season, the first character we have is Wendy Hernandez. Wendy was one of the original pod kids that you do see in season 1. She has wind powers, and basically she's trying to get back to her normal life. The only problem is the people that were there when she first became a meta are all gone now, and it's super sad. But Wendy was a sweet girl. And I don't like how the worst character in the show, I'm about to get to him, I'm gonna spend like a good minute dragging his behind, tried to kill her by making her max out her abilities when you could clearly see it's hurting her. But I like Wendy. We're gonna put Wendy in the good like green light category. The next character is Dr. Helga Jace. Oh my goodness. She is basically one of the main reasons why the pod kids existed, and she also made this anti-aging serum that gives Tobias his strength, and it's an anti-aging serum as well. So tell me why, right? She is one of the main reasons responsible for the pod kids existing. Then when she's called in to work with Lynn, even though Lynn can perfectly handle the pod kids by herself, she's like, well, I have a solution. If half the kids die, that means half survive. Excuse me? Your last experiment caused many kids to lose their feet. Then you're going to kill 15 plus more kids? Excuse me? Then, after Lynn willingly slapped her for killing those kids, in the season 2, near the end of season 2, she goes to work with Tobias. And then she tries to, as Jefferson said, John Wilkes Booth him, and Lynn gladly appeared there and beat the crap out of her, one of the best scenes in the show. And then she wants to ask for a plea deal? She wants to ask for help? Are you dumb? Are you mad? Are you sick in the head?
Girl, you're a joke.
Oh! So yeah, when she was kidnapped, felt no ways. And when she was gone, I felt no ways. Because also, when we get to season 3, she was the reason for another Meta's mom dying. And even crystallized his mother's ashes. Evil, evil, evil. So yeah, she's definitely going in the light that arse up category. Next character is Mike Lowry, the replacement for Jefferson in season 2 after he chooses to resign because the board wants him to put metal detectors in the school. And Lowry was like, oh, Jeff didn't do it, I'm gonna do it. Basically treating the kids like prisoners. And when it came to a little memorial for Khalil, he tried to take it down, and Jennifer rightly read his behind, and he suspended her. When you know that she is the daughter of one of the close heads of the school, like, are you dumb? Are you dumb or stupid? But eventually he is kind of redeemed in the 3rd season, but I still don't like him. So he's going in that light that arse up category. The next character we have is Perenna. Perenna is Jennifer's therapist, I would kind of say, plus kind of advisor. She helps Jennifer to control her powers because that was her main weakness. And so we kind of meet her a bit creepily. Jennifer's walking in the park because that's the only place she can go to, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Hello, Jennifer." I'm like, that's kind of weird. But yeah, she helps Jennifer to control her powers, and she has a bit of skills on her own when it comes to interior design. Like, okay, Corinna. But I do wish she was in more of the show, but thank you for really helping Jennifer out. So Corinna is definitely going in the good light, green light category. Next character is Looker. Looker is automatically going in the burnt marshmallow category. I don't tolerate racists, especially out loud racists. Oh my goodness. Oh. Then she uses her kind of silver liquid called Element to control white people that South Freeland calls the Sanjay, and even babies. Even babies. And then she's stupid. How do you think, you really think that Black Lightning's electricity comes from the suit? So when she was electrocuting him, you basically gave her more power. Stupid. But so when she had that showdown with Anissa gladly whooped that behind, as she should. That's my girl. And yeah, Looker's going in the burnt marshmallow category. Ugh, racist. Ugh. Next character is, we have Giselle Cutter. Oh, is the assassin that Tobias sent to track down Khalil and Jennifer when they ran away, and she is ultimately the reason for Khalil's demise after he heals from the poison that she had previously gave him by slashing him. And she starts like this unnecessary romance with Tobias. Ew, you don't deserve happiness. You don't deserve anything. You are gutter trash. So when Jennifer kidnapped her, I was laughing. I was like, as you should. You go, girl. So she's definitely going in that light, that arse up category. Then finally we get to one of the main villain for season 3, but he's introduced in season 2. Mr. Burnt Marshmallow himself. Even though I ranked a few other characters in the Burnt Marshmallow category, he is the president of Burnt Marshmallow. So first off, like, he wants to be talking to Lynn all kinds of rude, and then afterwards he puts cameras in the Pierce family home and then eventually finds out their identity and basically blackmails them into working for him. So then around 2 months later we get into season 3. He puts Jefferson and Lynn and basically is rounding up all kind of people that we suspected as metas, even though they're not metas, into Freeland, is putting random kids in these things and giving them green light to fight against Markovians. Like, that is just completely sick. And then once Jeff and Lynn are released, he tricks Lynn into becoming a drug addict and becoming addicted to the most addictive drug. And also, while they were at it, manipulates their youngest daughter by showing them clips of Markovia's evilness, and manipulates her to kill, even though her dad told her not to kill, to kill.
What?
And eventually, and anytime he gets smart, he tries to kill them. If you kill them, who's going to help you fight the Markovians, huh? Who's gonna help you fight the Markovians? Just complete dumb. The only time I liked him was when he was torturing Tobias. And then also, when Khalil is peacefully resting, he plucks him out of the ground and turns him into this killing assassin.
That's enough. Oh, that's enough. Yeah.
Waits for him to be lowered into the ground to plot against him and turn into a killing assassin. Sir, go to hell. Go to hell. Go to hell. And then they all get their revenge on him at the end of season 3. So the end of season 3 is very, very satisfying. So he is the CEO of Burnt Marshmallow, gutter trash, waste of sperm, disgusting, you wasted piece of screen time. Ugh. Ugh. But that was mainly season 2 characters. Now let's move on into season 3 main recurring characters. So first character we have here is Erica. I don't have much to say on her. Like, she's pretty decent. She's an asset to the team when it comes to fighting the Markovians. She's kind of funny. So we'll put her in the good light, green light category. Next character is another eye roll. Commander Carson Williams, the first nonsense head you see when season 3 starts. Basically, just trying to kill Black Lightning any chance he gets. Eventually find out he's a meta after him using the word meta against Black Lightning as like sort of a racial slur. Then he tried to force an old woman out of her apartment for basically ASA measures and tried to kill Lynn. Very, very deranged in the head. It was like when he took out Dr. Jace, I was like, good, take out the trash. But as soon as he tried to kill Lynn, excuse me? Lynn rightfully got his behind. Very good. And I felt no ways. Take out the trash, bro. If it's saving your life, like, I don't believe in violence, but if it's gonna save your life, do you, boo? The next character I have here is Major Sarah Gray, the replacement for Burnt Marshmallow once he gets shot for the first time. And basically she thinks that everything revolves around her. You deserve nothing. You don't deserve any sort of respect. I kind of liked her in the beginning, but then she just got annoying and she went behind their back several times. So yeah, you deserve nothing. Very trash. When she was taken out, again, take out the trash. You were going in that light that R's up category. And if I did not mention, Commander Williams is definitely going in the Burnt Marshmallow category, just to reiterate that again. Next, we have Sergeant Gardner Grail. Girl, you were thinking he was some kind of ally. How are you trying to be an ally when you kill people left and right? You don't have to necessarily kill people, but you help these people kill people. You're just as complicit. You're just as bad. So yeah, you're definitely going in that like that R's up category. This is so useless. Then the next character, we have finally someone that doesn't piss me off, Brandon. Brandon was such a sweetheart. What happened to him with his mom? His mom was basically an experiment, and he basically has the powers of the earth. He kind of grounds Jennifer's lightning, which is super cute. Him and Jennifer have this basic brother and sister relationship. I know some people ship the two, but I necessarily don't. I see them as best friends. And so he does anything for Jen. If Jen needs help, if he needs to fight for himself, he will. And he's super funny as well. So yeah, Brandon is definitely going in the Freeland's Finest category. Next character, we have TC. TC is really the mini goat. He has the powers of technology, and basically he's like the baby Gambi. He can help track down anything. He's super witty, he's super funny, and very valuable. He's also one of the original pod kids with Wendy, but he was able to sneak away. So TC is definitely another one going in the freelance finest category. Yes. The next character we have here is... oh lord. Tyson Sykes, aka Gravedigger, aka the first meta documented in Freeland. And he is the biggest boomer you will ever know because he is over 100 years old.
Yeah?
And so he was first introduced when the gang first went to Markovia, and he initially tried to kill everybody just for Lynn to make the stabilization cure. And I was thinking, okay, he was trying to be intimidating when he got his revenge on the guys back in the flashback in season 3 episode 15. I was fine. So essentially I was gonna put him in the good light green light category. Yeah, but then I remembered he killed Jennifer and he put Grace in a coma, so definitely, and tried to kill Black Lightning several times, so it's definitely going in that like that arse up category. Now let's move on to season 4's side characters. Don't worry guys, we're almost at the main characters. We're saving that for the end. The first character we have is Chief Lopez. She takes over after Henderson, and basically she is on this I hate all metas kind of crap for no reason, because apparently her family was killed by metas. Sorry that happened to you, but hating Lightning is not going to solve any of your problems, sweetheart. Then she eventually becomes the same thing she hates. In the words of China and McLean,
Are you dumb?
are you dumb? So then when her hate is exposed, Lightning is able to record her, and basically she's like, I got your behind.
Yeah, I got you. I got you on camera. You on candid camera now. You ain't know that.
Period. But yeah, she's definitely going in that like that R subcategory. Next character, we got Detective Assam Shakur, Henderson's apprentice, and he's kind of like the same way Henderson was to Black Lightning in season 2. He's like an ally. Sweet guy, hard-headed, but comes around in the end. So he's going in that good like green light category. Next character, we have Destiny. Destiny is basically like Lady Eve's successor. I don't remember what she does exactly, but I like her, so she is going in the good light green light category. The next character I have here is Lauren. Lauren is actually Gambi's love interest, and her company Monta Vista is working on DEGs that will necessarily hurt Black Lightning, Thunder, and Lightning, but eventually she comes around and realizes it was wrong and helps the Pierces in the end. So she is going in the good light green light category because she is essential to the plot, especially in season 4. Then we have Ishmael, an assassin hired by Destiny to kill the Pierces. Even though I like Destiny, I do not like Ishmael. His suit is giving me very much Walmart costume, very much knockoff military, very much TMNT cosplay. So he's going very much in that like that R sub category. Then the last character before we get into the main characters is JJ Pierce, a new version of Jennifer Pierce. And basically, I like her. She's funny, she's sweet, she is absolutely beautiful, and yeah, she's a good replacement until China comes back. I mean, she does some dumb things, but she definitely is a sweetheart. So she is going in the freelance finest category. Now, finally, let's get into. So, of course, we have to start with our titular character, Jefferson Pierce, aka Black Lightning. Now, Jeff is one of the main characters that you actually like. He acts like not only Jennifer and Anissa's father, but Freeland's father as well. He initially becomes Black Lightning to get justice and avenge his late father that was murdered by Tobias. He believes that he will save more lives as a principal than Black Lightning due to, him getting severely hurt, and Lynn saying, no, you need to back away. I'm tired of seeing you battered and bruised, but eventually comes back. And basically, one thing I do like about Jeff, other than the fact that he's always looking out for the city, and especially is one thing, whenever you come for his daughters, he's coming for you 10 times harder. And two, whenever he does mess up with his daughters, he can always realize that he is wrong at times, and I do admire him for that. And yeah, that's basically what I can say of Jeff. Also, he is very funny as well, and very sarcastic, spoken like a true Virgo. So yeah, Jefferson is definitely going in the superhero superior category. Next, we have Lynn Stewart. Lynn Stewart is the ex-wife of Jefferson, and she is a neuroscientist. I mean, when Lynn was on Green Light, she did get on my nerves sometimes, but I like Lynn. Lynn also, like Jeff, is able to realize her faults and call herself out when it comes to having any issues with her daughters Anissa and Jennifer. And then she's also important. If she wasn't important, why would the Markovians take her? So she's always there on medical standby and scientific standby. And yeah, Lynn is definitely going in the Freeland's finest category. Yay! Next character, we got my girls, Anissa and Jennifer, aka Thunder and Lightning. So first off, we're gonna do Anissa. I just love Anissa. Anissa is such a beautiful, a very powerful woman. I just love Anissa. She is a complete baddie, and one thing I love about the show is that they don't base off her whole personality off of being lesbian. It's just her being a baddie, and just her being an amazing superhero, an amazing role model in general. And Nafisa is so freaking pretty. And anytime I see her and China on the screen, I see Anissa and Jennifer together, I know I'm gonna laugh my behind off. And I love to see her relationship with Grace. It's so adorable. I just love seeing love. So of course, Anissa is going in the superhero superior category. But we're taking a little commercial break. I'm going. Now, let's also get into my other girl, Jennifer Pierce, aka Lightning. And Jennifer is the character I can most relate to. Of course, she's your regular rebellious teen that has a soft side as well. She's very relatable. I mean, she's emotional at first. She doesn't want her powers. She's not like her sister. She doesn't want powers so she can immediately help people. She just wants her powers to go away and become like a normal girl. But sweetie, you can't. So eventually she does become lightning due to what happens to her boyfriend Khalil, and Jen is always trying to do what's right. Sometimes she is a bit stubborn and reckless with her powers, but she knows the right thing to do in the end. And can I add that, like, people need to give China her props. She's freaking hilarious. And anytime I see Jennifer on the screen, like, I know my movie's gonna be brightened and I know I'm gonna laugh my behind off. So definitely my girl Jen and the Lightning is gonna go in the superhero superior category. Then the next character we have, the backbone of the show, Peter Gamby. He's like a father figure to the whole family, and he does all the dirty work. If he needs to kill, he needs to anything to protect his family, he will do that. So even though I don't really show a lot of interest in the old man characters, Gamby's definitely one of my favorite white TV characters ever, so he is going in the Freeland's Finest category. Ooh, we almost there, guys. We got 4 characters left. Chow, this video is long. But the first, the fourth to last character is Bill Henderson. I mean, Henderson didn't really have that much personality besides being the inspector promoted to deputy, and being a member of the resistance against the ASA, but he's a pretty likable character. Of course, he's a bit hard-headed because his best friend of 30 years lied to him, but he eventually comes around and turns out to be an ally at the end, and what he does for his friend at the end is super sad. But I liked Henderson, so he's going in the good light, green light category. Then we have 3 characters left, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with me. The next character we have is Khalil Payne, aka Painkiller, and he is Jennifer's love interest, and as he's protest and a track athlete, and eventually unfortunately he does get shot due to Tobias and Cyanide's foolishness. So he is offered a spinal implant from Tobias, and eventually, once he finds out that Tobias is the reason why he got shot, he immediately rebels and unfortunately gets beat up, but he's able to run away, and he is eventually found and killed by Tobias and is turned into the assassin Painkiller. And Painkiller is freaking ruthless. Even though he is evil, I do enjoy seeing his fight scenes. Like, he's not a hero or the villain, he's sort of in the middle, like an anti-hero. He doesn't win, but he's very entertaining. So yeah, Khalil's definitely going in the Freeland's Finest category. The second to last character is Grace. Grace is Anissa's love interest, later turned wife, and I love her. She has the power to shapeshift into animals and people, and Grace is a lovable character. I love her. She's very sweet. She fights for her partner. She fights for everybody. I just love Grace. So Grace is definitely going in the Freeland's Finest category. And lastly, we are going into the main villain, Mr. Tobias Whale. Electric chair. Electric chair. He's definitely going in the burnt marshmallow category because, like, all the evil. Because then also, how are you going to be a black man but also be a self-hating black man at that? Plus, anytime he gets tortured or beat by Black Lightning, or lightning, is so satisfying. He has done. How are you going to kill somebody's father and make him watch and then blame him? Then once you went through that loss of your sister because of your carelessness, you're not gonna stop. You're gonna find every reason to expose him. You got a kid paralyzed and convinced him to kill for you, right? And only to for you to beat him up, set an assassin to go kill him, and ripped out his spine. You ripped out a baby's spine? Tried to kill the Pierces several times over nothing. Nothing. And he tries to act like this sort of philanthropist, as this sort of lovable figure, when no, you're a ruthless, cold-blooded murderer. A monster. And people, and like anytime people see him on the news and they take all this crap from him, do you not forget he murdered a news reporter? He murdered a 17-year-old, ripped the spine out of his back cold. One of the most traumatic scenes to watch on the show. Excuse me. But I will say he's kind of funny, but that's the only thing. That's the only thing he's good for. But yeah, electric chair, burnt marshmallow category, because no, you know what, because no. So yeah, that was my rankings of the main characters, and let's fast breeze into ships because this video is long. My favorite ship is obviously Jennifer and Khalil. They're so freaking cute. The superior ship is Anissa and Grace, because obviously they started and they ended getting married. The kind of meh ship for me would be Jefferson and Lynn, because they always teeter-totter, they always argue, which is kind of annoying, bruh, but they make up in the end, so it's kind of meh for me. Then also Henderson and his wife, we don't see much of them, but yeah. Then Tobias and Cutter is going in the EU category. Both of y'all deserve nothing. Y'all are trash. And definitely in the disgusting, gross category is Lala and Lawanda. Like, Lala, how do you kill somebody and then fantasize yourself kissing them in the shower? Ew. Electric chair. Disgusting. Ugh. Waste of sperm. But yeah, that was my ranking of the characters and ships. I hope you guys enjoyed this long. This video is as long as an episode of Black Lightning. So my last video is in the description, and go follow me on my social medias in the outro. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.